Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of RollPlay. Court of Swords. Dan and Max are away. I don't know where they're at. Max is getting a Red Bull or something like that. Dan's, I don't know. Who knows?
Dan and Max, freelance police.
Yeah, they're on the beat right now.
That's right. They hit the road.
They hit the road.
They're at Doug's. They're at Doug's Noodles.
You know, they're probably getting some noodles. That's probably a good.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I don't blame him, man.
No,
Doug
I mean,
makes them spicy. It's good stuff.
they're the best. I hope he made it back okay to the Embers of MX. We need to go back there and check on him to make sure he's okay. But that's show stuff. This is the part that some people just skip. So let's jump to that part where people just skip. Adam, what would you like to talk about today?
Well, my good man, I watched all 3 of the extended Lord of the Rings movies over the course of the weekend.
Holy shit.
that was
Did you do anything else with your life over those 2 days, or was it just that?
Yeah, like I did stuff. I went to Seattle to shoot some photos for a friend and to hang out, and Blue Jay and I watched all 3 over the course of 3 days. We watched Fellowship on Thursday night. We watched half of Return of the King Friday afternoon. Friday night we finished it, and then Saturday we watched Return of the King, and it was... Two Towers is still the best one. There's still like a lot of stuff in there that I was like, why? Why is this in
Return
here?
of the King
Why-
has
why?
some pretty cool moments, though, like some hype moments that might be... Well, I guess so does Two Towers.
It's really hard. I think it's really grinding if you watch Two Towers and then Return of the King right away, because so much of both of those movies is a big fight. Like Two Towers is a third of it is Helm's Deep, and then Return of the King, I forgot how it's like half fighting and then half epilogue, where it's just like, here's some kind of like sad music, and we're like slowly winding down the story. But like for me, most of the times watching those movies, like I don't really watch them. I watch, and then every time something in them reminds me of something, I'm like on the fucking one wiki just looking shit up, just being like, wait, what was that guy's name again? Where did this ring come from? Oh yeah, that guy, and just like getting lost in the wiki hole while I kind of listen to the movie.
Wait, is the name of the wiki for Lord of the Rings called The One Wiki?
It's something like that, yeah.
That's good. I like that. I'm a fan of that.
Dope. That's good. That's good.
Yes, it is the Lord of the Rings wiki, the one wiki to rule them all.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
But I will say the it wasn't the time that I spent that was the most traumatic part of watching all those Lord of the Rings movies. It's the strange thought that I had afterwards, where it's like, I should read the Silmarillion again.
Oh, God.
I haven't read that in a while. Oh boy. So if in like 2 or 3 weeks you're like, hey Adam, how you doing? And I look like just haggard and like worn out, it'll be because I'm reading the Silmarillion again, which is like reading the Bible, but it's about elves.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's accurate. That's accurate. I watched the extended edition of The Watchmen that clocks in at like 3 hours and change. I don't know the actual full run. Maybe it's like 2 hours and 60 minutes or something like that. Or 260 minutes. I forget the exact length. That movie's much better than I remember it being. And I think maybe because everyone shit on it originally or something. I'm not sure.
I think it's aged well. If you really want the like intense Watchmen experience, there's like a fan version that intercuts the Tales of the Black Freighter.
Yep.
Black Sail.
Yeah,
Tales of the Black
that's
Freighter,
what I watched.
like in the comic. Oh, so you did
That's
see
the one
that
that I
okay,
watched,
That was
yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah. I was really
Yeah,
confused
yeah.
by a lot of that. I had to go back and try to figure out why the fuck this guy is reading
not
this
alone.
comic
Yep.
book.
Yeah.
It was a little weird reading the actual comic, like and having those like things like interspersed in there. But when you go back like a second and third and fourth time, you're like, you look forward to those parts. Like, I see the correlation. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good movie. I still think the sex in the plane thing is one of the oddest
owl
scenes
ship?
I've ever seen in cinema.
thing is,
Especially like
the reason-
superhero cinema. It's just odd.
The reason I think it's so awkward is that Zack Snyder only knows how to direct in one way, and so he directs the sex scene in the same way he directs action sequences, where it's like weird slow-mo, and then like, yeah, also Leonard Cohen, get out of the bedroom, man. You are killing the boners, Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Then
You're
he
not
hits
sexy.
the flame,
It's too
or
late.
she hits the flamethrower, and it's just like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like what? Why?
Well, that's
It's a
in the comic.
stand-in.
Oh, that's from the comic. Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe
They do
maybe
that.
I'm not as
She leans
upset.
on it in the comic and it blows the flamethrower. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm not.
It's a
that
cheeky
upset.
nod for sure.
That if it's in the comic, then I get it. I understand it. I
Yeah.
get
Well,
it.
that was his whole jam, right? Where he was like, up to the stupid bit at the end, I'm gonna make this like as accurate as possible. It which was like good.
Well,
but,
and
yeah, there are a few things where you're like, this worked in the comic, but like I don't know if it worked great here.
Yeah.
Was his name? Was it Billy Crudup, or I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. For Dr. Manhattan. Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan. He was fucking fantastic. Like he was by far the best part of that show. He played Dr. Manhattan exactly as I kind of pictured him, like as reading the comics as like just growing more and more detached from humanity and stuff.
It's a great
think
character.
Amazing job. Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely
I think that's the strength. Character. That's the strength of the Watchmen. It's not necessarily the plot. The strength is that the characters are so good, because it could very easily have been like a corny kind of send up of superhero comics, but instead, because the characters are relatively subtle and interesting, it ends up being something more, which I think is really cool. Yeah, now you got me wanting to watch it again.
It's pretty good. It's not a bad watch. Good. It's not a bad watch.
Good.
You know what was bad though? I went and saw Alita: Battle Angel.
Oh, I heard the fight scenes were amazing and everything else sucked.
So it looks cool. The universe it's set in is extremely anime, but in a cool way.
Okay.
But like the writing is like a bad episode of Riverdale. The dialogue is just so bad, and it's such like a teenage romance drama.
But a bad episode of Riverdale are the best episodes of Riverdale, Adam. So
but like bad in like a bad way, not bad in like a cringy good way.
Okay.
It's a James Cameron movie. Yeah, exactly. But like there's a part where like Alita is sad and she's like crying, and a tear falls from her eye and she cuts it in half with her sword.
That sounds great.
Dude, that's so
it's supposed to be anime.
Are you kidding
So
me?
exactly.
That's
awesome.
And that's the stuff that's good. And then there's like 10 minutes where she literally at one point, this like teenage boy that she loves, she's like, they're trying to save money to like do, and she's just like, here, take my heart. And she literally takes out her robot heart and tries to like give it to him. Like, and it's so ham-fisted, and the ending is really bad. But if you go in and you're just like, just breathe through the shitty acting, like the bad direction, get through that stuff. Everything else in it is pretty fun to watch. But
okay.
Yeah. Do not also, if you go to see it, don't expect the ending to be an ending, because it's like a sneeze that you can't sneeze. Like you get to the end and it's like, nope. You're gonna have to come back in 3 years when we make this, or I guess in 10 years, depending on how long it takes.
Yeah,
to make a sequel.
I think James Cameron is out there saying that the movie was set up to be a trilogy. So if it does well enough, and
so is Avatar, and when that come out. Right?
Yeah, I think he still plans to release those other two. But I think it's doing well in China, so it'll probably end up coming up with a second one. They had like a 60 or 70 million weekend opening in China.
I feel like I read an interview somewhere where people were talking about like they wanted this to be a Warcraft, right? Where like it was a producer or something where he was saying, sometimes the North American audience just isn't into something, but like China blows up, and you're like, well, money's money, and we'll do the thing.
That's what happened to Aquaman. Aquaman somehow made $1 billion fucking dollars. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't talk if the movie's good. I think
Aquaman made $1 billion.
Aquaman made $1 billion because it did so well in China. Yeah. Dan, I think, spoke decently.
I liked it.
Yeah, he spoke well about it.
Hey, listen,
I've heard that it was actually better than what people were anticipating.
Is a personal friend of mine, but it was. So I'm happy to see him doing well.
Yeah, he's gonna be in that in the new Dune movie.
Everyone's gonna be in the Dune movie. Adam, like every day they get a new fucking actor in there. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters. I don't know if you've ever read the book, but there's a lot of characters in it.
So I haven't read the
Good. Stay away from that shit. It is not good.
I did read the wiki, and I didn't understand shit. So I hope the movie does a better job of explaining what's going on.
I feel like if the movie is harder to understand than the wiki, then there's some problems there for sure.
Okay, I get that. Max, I know you saw something over the weekend that I will say is probably the best thing that I've seen on live TV. And I want to say a lot of years, probably.
I'm curious because I have no idea where you're going with this. Where are you going with this?
That fucking Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper performance, man. That's what I'm talking
about.
That shit was fucking insane at the Oscars. It was good.
Yeah.
It was some good stuff. Also, why were you watching the Oscars? I didn't think you were an Oscars person.
No, I'll watch the Oscars if I catch it. Usually I forget that it's on or whatever, because I don't watch a whole lot of like regular TV. So I don't get all the promotion and stuff. But someone said on Twitter that the Oscars were on. I was like, oh shit, cool. And me and Amanda were like on our way out to dinner. I didn't think we were going to catch it, but they had it on at the place we went to, into like a nice, like old school steakhouse where it's not like super nice, but it's good. It's like very comfort, kind of deal. were sitting there at the bar and they had it on the TV and we were able to hear it clear as day. There's only a couple people in there because it was Sunday night, and yeah, I watched it there. It was good. There's a bunch of times in the Oscars I got emotional. It's just emotions.
Man, it was. I don't say this lightly because I think I'm probably one that would say this about most Oscars, but that was actually one of the best Oscars that I've seen in a long time. Like it,
good to me. I haven't seen a lot of Oscars, but
they nailed almost everything. They every performance was handled properly. Every acceptance speech wasn't awful. The only thing that was awful, I think, was the film that won Best Picture, but that's open to
I was going to say, I can't believe I slept on it, but I'm definitely going to go out there and watch Green Book now. I'm sold. Yeah. I'm excited about it. Once something wins an Oscar, that's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anything else. Finally, you know, that's when you.
I know a lot of people were upset that Black Klansman didn't win.
I think a lot of people are just upset that it won to begin with for reasons I don't want to get into on a show that's not political. So we'll just say that much.
I guess there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes with Green Book that was weird. Like the family, I guess, or something. There was something like they didn't even someone in the family I don't know.
That story's been told. Yeah, that story's been told in another way, and then they white saviored it. So that's what the drama is about.
Yeah,
it's a white savior film. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, I have not seen it, so I can't speak to if it's good or not.
Green Book is that movie where was it Ken Watanabe hires Tom Cruise to drive him around ancient Japan? I think that's that.
That's accurate. Yeah, that's accurate.
I was wondering that when I was watching it, like, what's the actual setup for that for the white guy to be driving him around?
I don't know. It's that he needs a driver. I think
security, or is he just a driver?
I think he just needs a driver to go through the South so that he can go and give sermons. Again, I've never seen the movie or a trailer for it, so I can't comment on it. But something like that. Something.
He's a priest. I thought he played piano.
Maybe he gives priestly piano sermons. Who knows?
He's a pianist. He's a pianist who's about to embark, and this is from the internet, on a concert tour of the Deep South in the 1960s.
All right, there you go.
He hires Tony Lip, a tough-talking bouncer from the Bronx, to drive him around and act as a driver and as protection.
Tony Lip.
Despite their differences, the two men soon develop an unexpected bond while confronting racism and danger.
Mike Truck.
He hires Aragorn, son of Arathorn, to drive him around and fight the fucking Morgoth forces.
Yeah, without knowing anything about that movie, when I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, that could be good. And then, now getting the bigger picture of like what's going on with that, I'm like, I kind of want to watch it now just out of curiosity, just to see what, get a little more info about it. But I do want to see Black Klansman. That looked really good. I saw a trailer for that, and I was like,
that movie's so good.
I heard it's really good.
I remember seeing the trailer for that one too. It was the same thing. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I think I want to see this. And then now everyone's like raving about it. I'm like, okay, I definitely need to see this now. So
yeah.
That's cool. I enjoyed the Oscars. I loved the responses to Lady Gaga's tweet of like a picture of them. They're like all there.
Oh, dude, like, that's the best.
My friend, such a great friend, and it was like, friend.
Every comma is just like they fucking. Oh, they fucking. Oh yeah, they're fucking. 100% they fucking. Did you see that? Oh, they fucking. That's just nonstop. Yeah, I loved all those. And then all the other ones were
looking at him like this.
Yeah. And then the responses to that are like, oh, but they're actors, you guys. They're acting like they're at the. Yeah. I did the deep dive on everything about that whole thing, so it's there's some funny commentary out there.
Yeah, Amanda, she said she gave me some bad intel, saying that they, I guess that, or maybe it's true, I don't know. She said that Bradley Cooper left or whatever his wife, but his wife was right there. I was like, well, then who's he sitting next to? I'm like, his wife's right there.
Yeah, they're not.
How do you think his wife felt?
Dude, she's a supermodel. She didn't give a fuck. She probably, like, if anything, Bradley, like, oh god, it's fucking everyone's turn because it's supermodel. Like, I'd be more nervous that my wife is a supermodel than I was singing with Lady Gaga.
Everybody was also, saying they were performing it in character from the movie, which can make sense too. But I don't know, man. Some of that was just some of the chemistry was palpable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're both just really good actors. They're really good friends.
Yep.
Really good friends.
And they're probably all fucking. Everyone.
I'm saying everybody
in Hollywood.
The Oscars are just a giant orgy, to be honest.
Yeah, there's the Oscars, then the Oscars after party. Then you know they fucking. That's why she doesn't have a problem with it, because she's looking at them up on stage, being like, we gonna fuck later. So
Well,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, if it's anything like high school drama, and I'm sure it is, but everybody's
Just a
fucking
lot of
everybody.
Awkward
Like,
clove
everybody's
cigarette
fucking.
smell and hand jobs in the fucking coat room. Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yep.
Like the quick
Was there
change
one
room
kid-
was just.
That's right.
it
Listening
was
to Morrissey.
funky. It was foul.
Yeah.
Was there one kid
smell
in
of-
drama that wasn't like aware that everybody was fucking and then found out and be like, that's what they were doing?
That's Seth
no, no,
Rogen
drama.
and who's his buddy? The other guy? The guy that's lost. No, Jonah Hill. That's Seth Rogen
Jonah
and
Hill?
Jonah Hill. They're those people. Yeah, without a doubt.
No, those kids were like, they knew everybody was fucking, but they're like, well, we're not gonna get laid, so let's just go smoke pot. That's what they became.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
true. Probably.
They're like, well, we're not gonna get fucked. Let's go smoke some weed.
D&D. Is that the tie-in?
That's a segue. That's a segue.
That
But
was
we're not
those
done
were
yet.
those were my people when I was in high school. The like stoner theater kids that play D&D. Like that was them.
Yeah.
My DM. I've said this before. My DM was high, 100% of the time. Just fucked up all the time. He was
It
great.
probably made for
He was a
good
GM.
adventures and creative
Yeah.
juices and stuff.
There were occasional times where he'd just like go off on like a Gandalf tangent and just start, and we'd be like, all right, Pat Brown, give it to us. And he's just like, and then the orcs, and I was just like, yep. All right, dude.
Man, orcs, dude, they're
Yeah.
just like, they're bad, dude. They're mad at you.
Comes back
Yeah.
after binging Lord of the Rings another time and starts just like, and the orcs had problems with the high elves. Like,
No,
are you
I
talking
specifically
differently today?
remember we got to a big part in the campaign, and our GM Pat Brown, he was like, "All right, we got to do this big fight, but I gotta go rip a J on the balcony. I'll be right back." And he's just like, "I need to be alone. I just need to like prepare for this fucking epic showdown." By just getting blazed. And then he came back and he's just like the fucking cloud of smoke. He's just like, I am prepared. And we just sat down and did it. It was great. He was the
sounds
best.
great.
I miss that, dude. Wherever you're at, Pat Brown, I remember
Jeez.
you, my friend.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like a great GM. It's good
You're
stuff.
somewhere else with
good
a
stuff.
cloud of hazy smoke around him.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I played for like a total of 6 years with the same group. But 3 of those years, I had no idea that one of the dudes that was playing with us was just stoning the bejesus like every time. I had no idea. And then one time I like walked outside and he was like, toking on a bowl and like toking on a bowl. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. That's the proper.
And
Yep.
and I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, oh yeah, man, I'm fucking ripped every time I come here. Why do you think that I fucking love it so much? I went, all of those things that you were saying all these past years, they really now make sense.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyways, Dan, what brought you to watch? Let's talk some Mad Men. What are you watching Mad Men again for, man? What's going on with the Mad Men?
I'm just going through. I like to have TV shows in the background playing while I'm doing work and stuff and editing videos. So that way, just hear that, and that's my current show.
Okay.
I just got done with all of Frasier, so now I'm on to Mad Men again.
Nice.
Is Frasier a good show?
Oh God, yeah.
It's great. It's one of my
Have
favorites.
you not really watched Frasier? Because if you haven't,
Here's the thing
I
with
recommend
Frasier.
Cheers too. Cheers.
I've seen Cheers.
Frasier starts in Cheers.
Yeah, I've seen Cheers because my dad watched Cheers when it would come on, and that's the only time I've seen Cheers. I haven't watched it as an adult, so it probably is completely different.
They're both on Netflix, so you can watch them both.
all there.
Frasier was the show that came on after Home Improvement that I abhorred as a kid, and so I just turned it off immediately and watched something
I understand that. I get that. Part of that was when I was a kid too, and I wasn't getting all the little quips and witticisms and things like that. As an adult, you'll appreciate it a lot more, and also just the situations that happen.
It's definitely
Here's the
a show
basic plot
for
of every
a
single show.
more mature
Right.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the basic plot for every single show. Frasier is interested in some chick, and things are going well, and then he micromanages, overthinks stuff, and also there's a dinner party there some way, and everything goes crazy at the dinner party, and then it mixes in with his relationship, and she shows up, and Frasier's with this other girl, and he's got like that's kind of the basic of a lot of it, but there's other episodes that are not just that. It's basically
And Niles
the
loves
show.
Daphne.
Yeah, and Niles loves Daphne, and
Is Niles his best friend?
his brother.
Brother.
Oh, it's
They're
his
both
brother.
super
See, I
posh,
didn't even know that.
like upper society in Seattle. But of course, they don't think that they are, right? Yeah, it's a great show. Just watch it. It's so good. Even the early stuff is good. It's all good, in my opinion.
It's one of my favorite shows that you just turn it on any episode in any order. It's just a really funny and well written and awesome.
Also, since I know we're kindred spirits and that we don't like watching like crazy fucked up heavy stuff before bed, great before bed show. Wonderful before bed show.
No. No, I just don't like watching supernatural scary shit about dismembering
That's what I'm saying.
bodies.
That's what I'm saying.
Real life or fake. Because Aaron's all about that shit.
No, I don't do it.
Oh, let's watch the new true crime. I killed a 6-year-old. This is the best show ever on Netflix.
I know.
It's like, geez, come on. I'm trying to sleep over
Good
here.
night. Now. Can we imagine, first of all, can we imagine a world in which there's a Netflix show called I Killed a 6-year-old?
There's probably one out there. It's probably coming out in 2020. Like, they have some crazy shows, man.
2020 on Netflix. I Killed a 6-year-old.
It's crazy, man. Some of those shows there are just insane. There's one where it's now I'm gonna fuck up the name, but it's basically about like how this family had their kid like stolen from them or some shit like that, and then they don't do anything for 4 or 5 days. And I think it's just a show to aggravate you about like some humans are just stupid and they just don't react well to extreme situations. Yeah,
it's
abducted in plain sight. Yeah, that's the name of it.
It's that same feeling of like when you watch a horror movie where you're like, no, don't go in the basement. You're watching these like true crime things and you're like, no, don't call the police. Or like, you know, like you're watching it, you're angry. It's already happened. It's too late. It's already done. The kid got kidnapped in plain sight. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, chat's telling me that you watched Abducted in Plain Sight. Is it as aggravating as I think it's going to be?
God. Yeah, it's one of those shows you can't look away because it's just you got to see what happens next. It's like a horrifying car wreck. It just gets worse and worse as you watch it, and it's the parents are so frustratingly dumb that's what makes you go, what else did they fucking do? I guess what else did you fucking do? Come on.
How else did you fuck this up? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll never watch that. I'll just get too frustrated. I'll just stick to my Chef's Table. They just had a new season last night, Adam. You should watch it. Sean Brock's in there. It's good. He's a good guy. He's a good Southern boy. And he has a good episode. It's good stuff.
There's one where it highlights different chefs, right? And
yep.
They're like restaurants and lives and all that.
Mm-hmm. I love the one with the butcher.
Is that, the Italian guy? I haven't watched that yet. I know who that guy is, and he's very much a character, but I have not watched the episode yet.
I just love people like that, and more often than not, it's like they're Italian people. Like who directed Life is Beautiful?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but they're just like so full of life and joy, and you just like watch them, and you're just like, you give me joy to look at you and like hear you speak, because he's like,
try to do that in your own life. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah. No, that guy.
Roberto Benigni, thank you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the butcher, the Italian butcher guy, is the same way. He's like, he's got this joy about what he does, and like
he was on,
just exudes it.
I know that guy from Top Chef, and the episodes that he's been on in Top Chef, he doesn't speak English that well, and so the only thing he just says on the episodes is carne. He just says carne over and over and over and they'll ask him a question, he'll just be like, carne. You're like, all right, dude, cool. Put the butcher knife down. Stop saying that so awkward.
I feel like somebody who carries a knife around and just says meat all the time is a Diablo villain and not a real person. Yeah. Like, stay away from that person.
Yeah, that's what he does. It's supposed to, I don't know. Yeah. I've not watched that episode yet, though, Zeke. Does he do more than just say carne?
He speaks in Italian the whole time.
Great. There's subtitles.
It's a really great episode. He talks about being a butcher and the importance of like respecting the livestock and how they're treated is important, and using every part of them. Like that's like it was one of the main like through lines is like his goal in life is to make sure like just don't eat the fucking steak. Like let's use all of
everything else.
Kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yep. That's what he was on Top Chef for, is other parts of the cow that aren't steaks. That was his episode. So
I like the dude that cooked like in the wild and had like a house in the middle of like an island or something. He was also like a Hispanic dude.
Oh, you're talking about the crazy guy that like decided he just didn't want to be a father anymore, and he's like, I'm gonna leave, have have fun times.
That wasn't necessarily a good call. However, it was a good story.
That seems like an asshole. He's like, I'm
It was
done
a good
raising
story
a
to
kid.
watch.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
go
just
live
like
on
up
my
and like,
island.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's very much like, oh, this is responsive. I can't do that.
I can't.
No,
do
no,
that.
I gotta go cook in the wild.
I'm gonna go make some potatoes. You have a good life.
Yeah, the Argentinian guy. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I forget he is Argentinian. I forget his name though. He was.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm saying it was an interesting watch.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like I would love another season of Ugly Delicious, or David Chang's a real asshole, but the show is too good for you to be all that mad about
Delicious
it.
is a hell of a thing, man. That show.
It's so
fucking
good, and
phenomenal.
it's so rare. He kind of reminds me of Yoko Taro in the sense that he's like, yeah, I know, like I know I got some opinions about stuff, and I know that I'm like kind of a dick about some things, but like I'm gonna try to overdo it. I'm trying to make a show that's so good that you're like, all right, David, fine. I guess you can get away with it. Your show's so good. Yeah, yeah, that's good stuff.
I like him, dude. I liked him.
Yeah.
I liked him in the guest spot because I actually just rewatched after I watched the last season of Chef's Table. I went back and rewatched some of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
And the milk one, the lady who makes like the pastries, and she opened Milk Bar and shit like that. Like as an offshoot, you worked for Momofuku and David Chang, right? Yeah, and he's in it, and I love the way he's a no nonsense, no bullshit kind of guy, and I can dig that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugly Delicious is a really good show. The best part of the show is when he tries to argue that Domino's is better than like some Michelin star pizza. He makes like a pretty convincing.
He ain't wrong.
He makes.
I wouldn't say Domino's, but I'd say some delivery pizza is better than fucking fancy shitty pizza that I've had.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? Is there's a lot of like really good chefs and stuff that like are amazing in their craft. And they know what fine food is, but their guilty pleasure is just some certain chains of fast food.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I really like it. I know it's garbage, but man, do I love it because
The
it's
idea,
just
the idea that you can
antithesis of
only
what they
make,
are.
Yeah.
yeah, the idea that you can only make like good cuisine out of expensive, hard to find, rarefied materials is just so fucking classist and shitty. Like you can make good food out of just about anything. And that's sort of the whole point of the show, right? Whereas he's like, it's not about it being fancy. It's about finding food that is good where it is and like recognizing
That's why I love
its space.
Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations. I loved that shit.
Yeah. I still
that
haven't brought
stuff.
myself to watch the final episodes of that. I'll probably never see him.
Sad times.
It's too
Sometimes
much.
it'll be on in an airport on CNN. I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah.
I love those shows though.
That type of stuff, and the whatever's on TLC like whatever hour it is. It could be 1 a.m. and as long as TLC is an option in that hotel, it's usually on TV because they're probably showing fucking Storage Wars or that stupid one where they're Pawn Stars, I guess is the name of it, Pawn Stars. Like it's always one of those awful shows, but I'm just like, I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's jump into this awful trash. I'm about it.
Don't watch Pawn Stars. If you want the real Pawn type of experience, like the closer to the real one, it's the one in Detroit. I can't remember the name of it, but it's
Pawn Stars
it's
Detroit.
much. No. It's not Pawn Stars. It's
I don't know what it is.
it's Pawn Far.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
They just fall around fucking Vulcans. Like,
Hardcore
when they're
Pawn?
fucking
Is that it people
sweating
saying in
and they're
chat?
just like they need to fuck. I would
Is it
watch
hardcore?
that show.
Hardcore
Yeah,
Pawn,
it's about-
apparently.
Yeah,
I think that's
hardcore
what-
Pawn.
yeah, I've seen that.
It's
I like
closer
that
to
one.
the actual Pawn like reality because people pawn like
See, but
low level shit that they know they can get money for.
You're completely misjudging. I'm not watching for the validity of it or the authenticity of the show. I'm just watching because it's fucking like the purest form of trash TV. It is like pure distilled trash.
The pawn shop.
It's great.
Those ones where they go and they buy like Storage Wars is like watching someone open loot boxes on stream, right?
Yes.
Where you're like, are they
Oh,
gonna
100%.
They gonna get fucked? You're watching somebody else spend their money, but you get invested in the outcome, but it costs you nothing. So you can watch it and you can be like, what is it? Is this something terrible? Is it going to be shit? And if it's shit, you're like, aha, you fucking moron. You just spent a bunch of money on nothing. But if it's good, you get to celebrate and be like, yeah, you did it. It's a gold statue.
Yep.
Like it's the same.
It's one of
like-
the reasons why the Antique Roadshow is, I still think, one of the most influential TV shows of all time because it spun off
Oh, good.
like Storage Wars, like all of these fucking shows that describe exactly what Adam just said.
Yeah.
And one day we'll eventually go to one of these things and just watch people get either really pissed off in person when they get told that, oh no, that's a knockoff, that's not a real, or just like have pure jubilation upon their faces when they're like, oh yeah, that's worth like $6 million. We'll buy it.
It is the best though, seeing people who really were convinced that they had a real legitimate thing be like, yeah, no, I mean, you can tell right here and here, that's see the inconsistency there, that doesn't line up. And they're like, but this has been in my family for like, yep, it's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit that's been in your family for.
Just watch Antique Roadshow. It's better. Fuck you.
No, that's what we're talking about.
It's a great.
That's what we're saying.
It's a great example.
I must. Okay.
No, yeah. Well, it's a great example too. If you watch the American version versus the UK version, like the UK version, they'll bring stuff in, and if somebody's like, "Oh, this isn't worth anything," usually they're like, "Oh well, not a big deal," and they leave, and they get excited, but like subdued when it is. And then with America, they'll bring something in, and when they're like, "Oh, this isn't worth anything," they're just like, "Oh, fucking kill you!" They just get so mad because they're like, "No, I quit my job. I brought in this old ashtray. You're gonna tell me it's a Civil War ashtray? I'm gonna make a shit ton of money." And then someone's like, "No, that's from a Denny's. That's a like circa 1979." And they're like, "Oh," they get so angry, and you're just like, "Oh, honey, like, oh, don't try to sell your grandma's stuff for Antiques Roadshow money. It's not going to happen."
Or they think it's rare and because it's old, but then they're like, actually, there's like a lot of this out there. It's old. You're right. It is old, but there's a lot of it out there.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah, right.
I thought this was the only one.
This was old. It's just trash, and no one wants it.
It's probably pretty good. Anyways, we're here to play D&D, so we should probably do that. But first, we're going to roll the recap so we can see what happened last week. And also,
let's do it.
We'll just say that this is Max's time to think of goals. So, Max.
Before we do that, though, I just want to thank anybody who's the YouTube timestampers. You're the real heroes.
They are.
Yep. Although on this one, they missed, if you skip the pre-show, you missed, covered Frasier, covered Oscars, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga.
It's good. It's good content.
It's good.
Good content.
That's good. That's good stuff. All right, I'm going to make you guys hit this button.
Previously on Court of Swords. The party decides to pay a visit to Yotazo's father, the Abbot Rama. He resides in the benefactor's quarters, childhood home of Yotazo and forbidden territory to the young orphan Ramus Krill. The house is guarded by more strange protectors, and within is a sickly smell of orchids and unchecked growth. As with the inner sanctum, the karmic flow of this place is tainted by design. Reaching his father in the family shrine, Yotazo is confronted by a grim vision. The Abbot Rama is sickly, his tusks cracked and yellow, his skin sallow. His eyes have been cut out. He is surrounded by 5 similarly blinded, chanting priests, and the shrine itself has been remodeled into an inauspicious pentagon shape. On the ceiling, an arcane and disturbing reflection in a cursed hanging pool tempts Maher-Eeb's eyes, and upon viewing the surface, he vanishes, replaced with a hateful shadow. A melee breaks out, during which Yota and his father trade blows in a clash of ancient and powerful martial arts. Ramus banishes Abbot Rama, and the ritual degrades, letting shadow and water pour into the shrine. The priests begin to panic as the party breaks the chains that hold the ritual together. The room is flooded with dark magic, and in the aftermath, our protagonists find themselves transported somewhere very strange indeed. All are disquieted by this place. All save Ramus, who feels, finally, that he is home.
Uh-oh. Ramus
Damn,
is at
dramatic.
Home. Dramatic. Dramatic.
Finally.
All right.
So, my dear friends, welcome to the weird. I need some goals from you, and I would understand if most of them are figure out where the hell we are.
Oh boy.
Yeah, get somewhere safe, get home. Chances are pretty good you're not going to be getting home today. But if you wanna write goals about those things, you're welcome to do so. It should be a fairly straightforward.
My current goals. That's very helpful for me.
Your current goals are find a way to overcome my fear, protect Yota from his father's corruption, and decide if Southern Wind deserves to die.
That protect Yota from his father's corruption. Now, I don't even. Is that even a thing I can do anymore? I don't even like.
I think it might. I think.
Where even is his father anymore?
Yeah. Where are you? Where's his father? Where's Yotazo? What happened? Yeah, I feel like that one might not be. I mean, unless you make it like metaphorical and like protect his morale from.
Yeah, it's a stupid goal. Let's get rid of it.
All right, that's cool. So you want to continue trying to overcome your fear? Is that the thing you want to do that?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Yes.
And then you have two more goals. Yes.
Escape the void.
Okay.
Circle back on the last one.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Yep. Yotazo. How about you?
Well, I have written down new goals as you might have predicted. Find out what realm we're in. Find out how to get back to our own realm. And the third one is, just in case we actually do get back, I want to confront and question or interrogate my father.
Okay. And confront. Okay. Cool. Okay. Maher-Eeb.
So we'll figure out what happened to Ramus and form an alliance on hold, and we'll still have Yotazo swear off drinking because I still have the jug with me. So that will still get all the wine taken out every morning or every day when that refreshes, whatever that is. And then we'll just do escape the. We're calling it the void. Is that? That's kind of the
yeah.
name
I mean,
that's
you
been
can call it whatever you think your character would call it. The void. The land of the dead, the land of wind and ghosts, the shadow world, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
'Cause none of you have a name for it yet.
Right.
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida. Escape Florida.
Yeah. Escape from Florida. Court of Swords. Escape from Florida.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll get the
That's
guy
King,
from
Florida.
Escape from LA. He'll just be there and we'll figure it out.
Snake Plissken.
Snake
Plissken.
Yeah.
Except in this, he's a Yuan T with a 5 o'clock shadow and an eye patch. He's Snake Plissken.
Yep. Kurt fucking Russell's gonna show up.
Kurt Russell.
I'd like to
playing a
announce our
Yuan T.
guest star, Kurt.
That's right. Sorry, everybody.
Kurt, go ahead. Step
Coming
in.
to us direct from Captain Ron. It's Kurt Russell.
I was gonna say, like, man, fuck Snake Plissken. Give me Jack Burton every time.
Jack Burton.
'Cause you know what Jack Burton says, and yeah, never mind.
I should watch some more.
Yeah. So you want to keep your reconcile with Yotazo.
So escape the void, whatever we're calling it.
Okay.
And then the third one will be figure out where we are. Like figure out what this place is.
Okay. Find the truth of this place. Okay. Okay. And escape. Sorry, I'm just ranking these for difficulty. Okay. All right. Ramus.
Find a way back. Figure out what this place is. And then find another sentient life form in this place.
Okay. And yeah, find. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Okay. So figure out where you are. Find your way home. Got it. Okay. I just want to make sure everybody has like overlapping goals. So I want to make sure I'm ranking them the same so that I'm not like, this is easy for you, but medium for someone else. Okay. All right. Max, what do you want for your third goal?
After careful deliberation and through no outside influence, I would like to find out where I'm at.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Okay. Great. Yeah. So lots of aligned goals, which makes sense because you all want the same stuff for today. So when we return to our characters, we find Ramus taking in the greenish air outside. You are standing in what looks like a desaturated kind of ancient version, toppled version of the Monastery of the Sun. All around you are familiar faces. All around you are stones laying in the swampy water. You can see the tumble down wall of the monastery. The monastery itself seems predominantly to be a ruin, but behind you there is the building which has been brought here from elsewhere, and so unlike the rest of this place, it has a color and a vitality that the rest of this space does not. Hanging above you is the enormous greenish globe of this place's strange sun, and it burns coldly in the sky.
Did we get a chance to rest in between last week and this
There
week?
have been no restings. No.
Okay, because we were sitting around a campfire.
Well, the last
down
thing I
below.
said was that I was going to try to go rest.
Yeah, Max
Right.
did try to sleep.
Yeah.
So we're sitting around the campfire, at least me and him. I think Ramus got up to go somewhere,
That's right.
and Yota was going around somewhere.
That's right. And you had lit that campfire you'd like lit a fire inside.
Yeah, and you were saying it was giving no heat.
That's
yeah.
right. Yep, I remember now. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone was doing
all
the whole.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So you're all inside. I guess the question here. So to rest, you need food and you need sleep, right? Food, water, and sleep. So shall we do an accounting of the supplies?
Mm-hmm.
What's everybody got? How are we doing for that stuff?
Well, I have 8 days of rations left over. Though that was that was prior to fighting the giants, so I'll knock it down.
Yeah,
to 5.
there hasn't been any. There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason to think you've gone through too much, but yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I have about
so you have
5 days.
five days, which is enough food for everybody for one day, and then that's
Okay.
all she wrote. And then two people will get to eat again, or one person will. So you have some food, Berg, Yotazo, Ramus. I mean, you have the jug.
Yeah.
I have the ability to hunt,
That'll
but I
give
don't
us a
know what it's
gallon
like-
of water a day.
I
But
don't know what it's
I
like in the
can-
void.
I can try casting a spell up to 3 times a day to try to create water and food for us.
In character, like I've told you, or I've suggested that we put like everything that we have for subsistence, food and water and all that stuff kind of in a giant pool in front of us. And then I think maybe Ramus is like, oh, I can try casting a spell. And so we say, sure, try it. Like, we don't know if it's going to work.
I was to cast a spell of water, and it's just fire.
Yeah.
We need containers. How many containers do we have? Or we could dig a hole and make like a little pool of water.
How much will you create?
Around 30 gallons.
You see, I like pulled out my knife to start digging, and you say 30 gallons, and put the knife away. I'll go look for something. So I'm gonna see if there's like any vases or bowls or anything on the ground.
I just like scavenge through the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make a survival check.
20.
Okay.
and I wasn't there,
Yeah.
was I? I was out like on the porch, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can all just kind of be around. Like, it doesn't matter. You're coming and going. This is the moment is like, we're going to try to rest. Yeah, Maher-Eeb, you find your way into like a kitchen, and from there into a storage room. And they're dusty, and some of them are cracked, but there's some like ceramic, some gray ceramic bowls. There's cups. Anything that would be made out of glass is broken. Anything made out of metal would be tarnished. But you can blow the dust off and like wipe the cobwebs off these things.
Are there any giant like flower pots or anything like that I could take the dirt? Okay. Then yeah, I grab as many of those things as I can, and perhaps take as many trips back and forth to put however many down there are.
I would just tell like everybody, I know where they would, at least a roundabout in my own realm or our realm, where they would do the linens and the laundry. They'd have big buckets and that kind of thing, or at least something to take them away with. I'll go see if I can find that.
Yeah, I just give you like a nod as I'm walking back and forth with all the different vases and crap that I'm carrying.
Yeah. So somewhere, like, I'm guessing somewhere would have like the servants, like, not necessarily quarters, but like where they keep their tools and whatnot.
Yeah. What do you like?
I'm just
You
looking for
wanna
like
just
a
find,
wash
like,
basin to put
barrels.
water in.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think if you go back through the plaza and over to to the laundry, you could probably find something.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the bathhouse and the laundry might have something that you can find. But yeah, you just go out there by yourself.
I tell people that's where I'm going. It's across the way. Mm-hmm. So if anybody would like to accompany me, you're more than welcome.
So I'm not sleeping, right? We're just
not yet.
We're just having a chat. We're gonna do this first, and then you can like,
sleep.
Proper rest.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think during the planning phase before this, you could all take you could try to take a short rest, if you want.
Okay.
But yeah. So you wait. Don't change your hit points yet, there, Maher-Eeb.
All right.
You try to rest, right? You sit down and you try to like chill out, and there's something like itching at you. Like you can't clear your head, you can't relax, you find yourself uncomfortable, and you can't, like, for the time being, you can't get hit points back. You can't rest.
All of us?
Anybody. Yeah.
Why would you? Okay. Take a short rest, guys. Try it. Try it, guys. Go ahead, take a short rest. By the way, no.
Yeah.
During the short rest, I would have tried to cast Prayer of Healing to heal us.
Okay. Oh yeah, Ramus, you can spend hit dice if you want. You're okay. You feel fine.
Oh. Well, okay, I'm fine then. Never mind.
No, you're good.
Nice
yeah,
Ramus to come back home.
Are you not doing the Prayer of Healing now? Is the Prayer of Healing
canceled? I'll do the Prayer of Healing
okay,
too.
Good.
For you guys.
Is it Adam, can you describe, does it just feel like I'm not able to like close my eyes and be at peace? Is that how you would say it? Is it different per person, or?
So for me, yeah, it would be different for everybody. For me, the feeling would be like I was invited to a party where I only know one person, and I showed up, and that person bailed on me, and now I'm surrounded by strangers that know each other, and they're all looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? You don't know any of us. But no one wants to tell me to go home, and I'm just standing there feeling uncomfortable, and I can't leave.
I'd be so gone. That's where you adult. And
yeah, but you can't leave. You can't. That's how it would feel for me. So I don't know how it feels for Maher-Eeb, but yeah, it's like soul level anxiety.
Huh. Okay. So it's not necessarily that I can't sleep, it's that I just feel uneasy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Ramus, you're going to attempt a religion check to cast your healing. Yeah. Have you successfully cast a spell so far in this place?
He has. Yeah.
I did twice. I can't remember what the DC was.
It's 14 or 15.
Yeah. It's 14 right now. Yeah. Okay. All right. So so Ramus seems okay. And also, as a result, is able to cast this spell and restore unto you 16 hit points.
Okay,
cool.
And that's restore unto everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, each of you get 16.
Okay. If you ask nicely.
Master Ramus, can I have some healing, please?
Very well. My children, I shall care for thee.
I love it. So smug.
I don't know why you guys are acting so weird. I feel fine here.
Yeah, everybody seems very uncomfortable.
Have you been here before? Is this?
Whoa. No, just doesn't feel like a bad place. It feels comforting.
Bird looks around.
Could use a bit more color, yeah, but
comforting. Really?
Well, it's kind of peaceful here.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
Go fetch something to put the food and water in. Should we need it?
I'll come with you. Can't
I
rest
would-
anyways.
I would welcome the company.
I would love to walk around with you. I want to check this place out for myself.
I guess I'll stay at the camp. And I just kind of like lean back. You don't see like any smile or anything. I just lean back.
All right. So Yota and Ramus, you're gonna go.
And Bird.
In Berg,
Berg.
yeah.
All three of you.
Three of
Okay,
them are
yeah,
going. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
How could you forget Berg?
All right. So yeah. So you set out and you walk out into the plaza, and you've noticed that above you something has started to move in front of the surface of this green glowing orb. You can see a black spot, and it seems to be moving from one side to the other and getting like slowly getting larger. The sun is such here that you can stare right at it and you can see its like coruscating surface. You can see the flickering like edges of its corona, but it doesn't hurt your eyes. It's this like enormous kind of like dull sun, but you can see this black spot starting to move across it. And it's it's getting larger, or it certainly was. It's larger than the last time you saw it. The place before you now, it just seems like a strange abandoned reflection of the monastery before, and you begin making your way across towards the laundry. The plaza is empty, save for the broken stones. You can see in the distance the what would have at one point been the like wooden brick structure of the bathhouse, and then next to it the laundry. But you've never seen these buildings without like plumes of steam pouring up out of them. But now they lay dormant and quiet, no heat or steam. And that's the other thing you notice too, and maybe that occurs to you that triggers that sense memory. The omnipresent buzzing of the insects and the like heat of the jungle. You don't feel either of those things. You feel like you just feel neutral, like you feel room temperature. That jungle heat is missing. But the buildings and their bounty of tubs await.
So I don't like. There's no no sweat, no not perspiring at all. It's just like it feels like nothing weather, I guess.
Yeah. You feel like you feel your own skin, but not like anything touching it. Right. The air is still to the point of. Like if you weren't breathing, you might think there wasn't any. There's no breeze. There's no heat or cold.
How tall are like the structures around? Like I'm asking because I'm wondering if I made like a sharp noise, if it would echo.
No, because it's like this
okay.
area is built on a flat. It's on a flat area. There used to be this big tower, but it seems to have fallen over. Yeah.
Just dead quiet, uncomfortably quiet.
Do any of you hear anything?
No. So quiet. It's loud.
Adam, now that we're outside, like, does it seem like the building that we spawned, like Wicked Witch of the West, did a ruin of the other building, or?
Right? No. It seems there's no debris around. There's no like it just looks like it's in a place where it wasn't before. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have displaced things. Obviously, things are different a little bit here, like in the basic vicinity of where you would expect them to be. But there's obviously changes. There are things that are different.
Mm-hmm.
no footprints on the ground, no nothing like that, no like signs of any sort of life.
No, no. Make
no,
a
no
make a history.
dung, no nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Make a history check.
Okay.
Okay,
12.
you're no archaeologist. It like this stuff doesn't look overgrown. That's what you would expect. You've seen lots of ruins in your day, right? You travel anywhere in this world, you're going to see ruins. But there's no. It's not like overgrown. There's no vines. It just looks like somebody knocked the place over and it got dusty.
I don't know. I get the feeling that this place, it feels outside of time or outside of life.
It's fascinating. It's like a mirror of our world, but not exactly.
Or exactly a mirror. Nothing in the mirror is it's all flat and without actual definition and life.
What
You said you
fascinates
feel fine.
me. Yeah, I feel all right. It's place has like a charm to it. I don't know. It's not bad.
That's
it's just
weird.
different.
Maybe because of what you have now. There.
And you like pokes his chest.
The irony of you calling someone else weird.
Different type of weird.
But what?
You are weird, Raymond Squill.
Well,
We
we're
all
all
are.
weird. Aren't we all? As I was saying, though, what fascinates me is who built this? Did it just appear? Did someone build it and disappear?
It feels like someone made a dollhouse of the real realm and forgot to put dolls in it.
Ramus, you briefly flashback to the moment where a giant deity was using you to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. And
Well, like it's so like dead in here. Like I feel like it's just sucking the will to like just converse like away from me. Like
Yeah,
just like
there is a bit
picturing
of
it.
there's a bit of that like library vibe where you're like nothing else is making any noise. Maybe I shouldn't either.
Yeah. Do you think we should call out or make a signal of some sort? Perhaps there's someone else alive, or should we keep to ourselves as much as possible in case those alive things are not friendly?
I worry because remember what came out of the portal? Those things could be in here. The shadow creatures. Or it seemed like we went where they came from.
That's
But
what I
it's
think.
weird
That's what
that they're not here.
Maher-Eeb said. Yes.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like, where did they go?
Now, did Maher-Eeb describe like there were lots of those shadows in the place that he went?
Yeah, how much did you tell them, Maher-Eeb?
I mean, if it I don't necessarily know if that particular question came up or if I phrased it that way. It was definitely like I was here when I got whatever transported or sucked into the water up above you guys, but I didn't describe it in such detail that I was surrounded by those things.
Right.
But I just didn't necessarily say that, I don't think.
Is there still, is my jug still filled with honey? Is it still that same day?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So like, just out of curiosity, I'll take a little like finger and like just get some honey and taste it. Like, does it taste sweet or?
Tastes like
it does taste great. Okay, good. Okay,
yeah,
good.
magically created honey. Ooh, it's the best. It's that artisanal.
It's magically delicious.
It's. I mean, think about it. Like it would be if you had magic honey. Like, of course, it's good. Yeah, it tastes great.
And then, did Berg say that he had rations on him?
I think Berg is used to like finding his own shit, just like hunting and scavenging.
Right. I like how amused you got with yourself there, Max. It was pretty adorable.
I am a juvenile.
Oh, Adam, do we see trees and stuff beyond the monastery wall? Like just colored trees?
The wall is too high. You'd have to like get up, like climb up on some of this rubble and take a look.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, once we've rested, we need to see what's beyond the wall. Could be entirely different out there than what we think it would be.
I wonder if it will be worth trying to hunt here. Doesn't seem like everything's alive.
Normally you would hear insects and animals that wake you up all night, but there's nothing.
And in that silence, after you say that, Remus, like if you're all like really quiet, above and beyond the sounds of your own like breathing or your blood rushing through your ears, you can hear a faint like rasping or like crackling sound. And it takes a minute before you realize what you're hearing is the sun burning.
And I kind of look up at it. Like once I realize, I look direct because you said it's like a black disc, right? It's a black disc in the sky.
It's like dark green. Yeah, with like a light green corona with like spots, like sunspots of darker green.
Does it hurt to look at like the normal sun?
No, not at all.
Okay, so you see me like turn and I stare directly at it, and my ears kind of like ruffle a little bit, and I'm fucking confused. Like that, I can you make
a wisdom save for me, Yota?
You are a rotten human being, and I hate you a little bit every day.
It could be a huge buff. You never know.
11.
Okay. You got 11. You're fine. There's a God, I wish I could remember the name of the shot. There's like this sort of Hitchcockian, like the camera pans back while it zooms in, like falling feeling shot of Yotazo as the sun like looms around you and casts you into silhouette. And for a second there, you get vertigo. You feel kind of like a dolly zoom. That's what it's called. You kind of feel like you're like falling a little bit. You get a little bit like dizzy. And then you shake it off.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a very disorienting feeling. Yeah, you kind of feel like you're almost like you're very dexterous and you're in control of your body, so you don't like stumble or anything, but like you feel this kind of like tug forward or whatever, and then you manage to shake it off before it has any real effect on you.
Yeah, you see me like look at the sun and just like kind of sway a little bit, and then shake my head, and you hear like a.
You okay?
I would suggest not looking into the sun. It's It's not the same. It didn't hurt my eyes. It made me very dizzy and not sure of my feet. A strange feeling for me. But did you hear the sun crackling like a distant campfire, like it was placed there to make it look like a sun?
I look into the sun too, but at the black spot we had noticed earlier, and see if I could see what that is. Get a look at it.
Okay. Yeah. Can you make a wisdom save?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
20?
No problem. You can feel that kind of like pull, but you look away. You focus on this spot. Yeah. It's like a perfectly circular spot. It is slowly moving from one side. You wouldn't have any context for this, but I will tell you as a player, whatever this is appears to be orbiting the sun. There's no the world of Court of Swords is not a planet. It's not floating in a universe of void. There's not none of that shit works. But in this case, it is an object that is slowly orbiting the sun, and it is getting bigger. It's coming around one side, and you're watching it. And if you watch long enough, you're just quietly stare at it, listening to the crackling of the sun in your ears. You can see it moving millimeter by millimeter, very slowly.
There's something moving across the sun. Some black spot thing. It's getting bigger. But I know that feeling that you just had. It felt really wobbly for a second there. Something's not right about this thing.
I don't like this place. We need to figure out how to leave as soon as we can.
Yes. Well, we're almost to the. I'm assuming we're.
Yeah, I mean, you're
almost
standing out near the laundry. So yeah, you can turn and continue to walk. Yeah.
And a little.
You get over to it.
Okay, so if the looking at the map of the place, is the sun tower, the solarium, is that north?
I never assigned it a particular direction.
Okay. I just wanted to say the kitchen is close. It's just a little bit north west of here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we'll stop here and get some things with which to carry, and then go to the kitchen and see if this dollhouse has food.
Okay, so you head over to the laundry.
Yeah,
some bins. Okay, so meanwhile, Maher-Eeb, you are by yourself in the building. You've done a little walk around. You've got some bowls and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to be doing?
I think it's just moments of trying to rest and be at peace, as if I was trying to sleep and stuff like that turn into moments of frustration because none of that is coming to me. And then because of that, it starts to be very apparent that time is progressing and that, they've been gone for a while now. So I start to kind of pace back and forth throughout different rooms in the manor and start to question the reality that we're in the sense of grabbing something and just smashing it against the wall and just
right? Yeah.
See what happens, but also doing it out of frustration because I want to have a feeling about something.
You just grab an urn and huck it against a wall and it shatters and you hear the sound of the pottery breaking and the tiny pieces clattering to the floor. But it's muted and dull. Your own feelings are still strong, but something about it's unsatisfying. It smashes to pieces.
Yeah.
And then it reverses and you hear it all.
Yeah. Right. And then it starts to kind of like dawn on Maher-Eeb that if we're in this world and this room and this area is in this world, then the places that he was restricted to going to in the other world should be here as well without restriction. And so I don't know. How long are you guys gone, would you say? And maybe you can't answer that because Adam.
Yeah, it's only been a few minutes. Like they took a slow walk across. It's maybe been like 20 minutes, half an hour.
That feels like an eternity to Maher-Eeb because he's completely alone in this. So it's been like maybe 5 minutes, but it feels like it's been, like I said, an eternity. So
you're alone with your anxiety, right? So you're like freaking out a little.
So I'm gonna leave and go to Gravedort's quarters or that area where I was restricted access from.
Gravedort?
Gravedort, yeah.
Yeah, that's her name. Gravedort.
Yeah.
Garvdort.
That's the Harry Potter version. It's Gravedort. Not Gravedort.
Dumbledore.
Yeah, Dumbledore.
You must watch out for the evil wizard Gravedort.
So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can go over there.
Okay.
So the inner sanctum, which Gravedort was using as her quarters, is it's nearby. It's just like a little ways away in the plaza. So yeah, you walk over to it, and in a way, like it looks like an alternate reality version of the building you saw before, where instead of being taken over by Gravedort and her servants and repurposed, it just was abandoned and just kind of has fallen apart over time. So it's dusty. There are some windows above that are broken. There are no guards standing where the guards would be. They're little ceremonial like guard posts, but there's no one standing there. No footprints. The door opens easily at your touch if you want to go inside.
Okay. I do want to go inside. I'm apprehensive and going through very slowly. I'm not just like willy-nilly running through here fucking smashing shit.
Okay.
So if I'm like walking in the door, I'm checking the corners of each room and being very careful as I go through.
Okay.
Both in my own safety and also to make sure that I'm not destroying stuff as well.
As you approach the door, you notice that there are sigils carved into the edge of the door's archway. They're not put here by whoever made the door originally. These are scratched in by like the edge of a knife or a chisel or something. They're glyphs of some kind, but don't appear to be. They're certainly not the language that you were trying to read before. They're just glyphs.
And these are in the door to get into the inner sanctum or to get into the quarters?
To get into the building you are approaching. So the quarters is part of the inner sanctum. The inner sanctum is a single building.
Okay.
Where the high priest of the sun used to live, and then Gravedort took it over and made the upper area her apartment.
Right. Okay. So the doors in the inner sanctum have these glyphs on them.
Just the front door. Someone has etched a series of glyphs. There's like 3 of them into the stone.
Can I make I guess it's an Arcana check to see if I can understand what this glyph means. Is there even a chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Not with a 10, I don't think.
Not with a 10, no.
How big is it comparatively to the door? Like, does it take up the entire door, or is it just a small...
The glyphs are like silver dollar size. Like maybe like 2 inches across at most.
Were they...
Fairly simple. They're simple enough that they look like you could carve them quickly. They're not ornate. They're at most like 3 lines and a dot a piece.
2 questions. First one, did I notice this immediately upon getting to the door, or is it noticed after the fact? Like, does it look like it was apparent enough for it to be there for the reason to be noticed? That's
it is a very specific question. This was a reaching for. I mean, make an insight check.
Okay, that's a good way to handle it. 14.
Okay, yeah, they look like they were placed here so that you would see them before you go inside.
Okay. With my understanding of the Arcana, and maybe this is a check, would I be able to replicate this on something to see what would happen?
Yeah, I mean, if you were looking at it and like copying it, probably.
Okay.
I drew some like shitty mouse drawing versions of what it might look like. Like I don't have specific, like I don't have the glyph alphabet designed yet, but yeah, this is kind of like something like that would be what you would see.
Okay.
Etched on the door.
I want to replicate this on a door somewhere else, close by.
Okay, yeah. What building?
Let me pull up the thing again. We'll replicate it to like the Hall of Worship, or maybe I go to the Hall of Worship as well to see.
Yeah, the Hall of Worship is like the biggest building. The back door is smaller than the front door. The idea is that everybody who visits the temple comes to the Hall of Worship to participate in whatever rituals of the sun. They do the thing and then they either go home, or if they enter through the second gate, they enter the plaza and the temple proper, and then they're here to like stay for an extended period of time. So you're walking in the outdoor to go backwards into the hall, which is fine.
Okay.
Above the door, there are the ancient glyphs of the sun. There are carvings, and these carvings are meant to invite monks to their duty. It's like to greet the sun and to serve the Arcana another day. And you approach this archway. There's a wooden door that would normally be open into the hall to let the monks in, and then shut behind it. Right now the door is closed and dusty. And as you approach, you notice that someone has beaten you to the punch. There is a similar but not exact set of glyphs carved into the wood of the door.
I don't think I'm skilled enough in glyph making to understand what the difference is between the two, other than what it is artistically different.
They just look different.
Yeah.
It's like seeing two words in a language that you don't understand, and being like, okay, what letters are in these, right? Like, it's like if you showed me two words in Hindi or in Korean, I would be like, I think one of these characters is the same, but I don't know, like, yeah.
I'm going to go check the other doors. The doors to the Hall of Mirrors, the doors to the dormitories, to the school, to the community.
So you're just going to start wandering around looking for glyphs?
Yeah,
okay.
like I found something that I'm interested in that's maybe taking away from the anxiety of being in this nothingness
right,
world.
it's keeping you busy.
Yeah.
So this is a good crossfade. So you're staring at this glyph and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go look for more. And as you turn to leave, the camera lingers on the glyph and crossfades to another glyph on an archway that the other characters don't notice, right? We cut over to Yoda, Berg, and Ramus, and they're coming out of the laundry. And yeah, the interior of the laundry normally would be a bunch of like big wooden tubs with little bridges over top of them for the monks to, use the poles to like swirl them around, and like another place to like wash them. And those were all empty. There was no standing water. There was no, the poles, the laundry poles were lying like unused. The lye that you would use to clean them just lies around. It's just sitting on the floor, and no one has used this place in a long time, though the supplies remain. And yeah, you can definitely find like the smaller wooden kind of half barrels they would use to carry around laundry to bring it here to clean.
Another room where nobody looks like has used or lived. It feels like I'm on a stage.
Yeah, these feel like props. Like someone's making believe or pretend, like a dollhouse, you said.
Well, the kitchen is close. Grab what carrying items you can. See if they have any food in there. I mean, there is chemicals for doing laundry, so maybe there's food as well.
I wouldn't count on it, but we can look.
Very well. It's this way.
Okay. All right.
And I
So
mean,
you
as
go
I'm
head
going,
out.
dude, I'm still like, I'm listening for any signs of life, snuffling around to see if there's any smells of
Yeah, the place just
anything.
smells of
Jesus.
the place just smells of ash and dust. I'll let you know if that changes.
Okay.
And as the group of you come out of the exit of this thing, I think too Maher-Eeb also hears this because Maher-Eeb, you're kind of wandering around in the plaza. Everybody's in the plaza though in different places. You hear the sound of like rocks clattering, brick or stone falling to the ground. Not a lot, not like an avalanche, but you hear like some rocks fell off of a wall. You hear clattering and it echoes a little bit. You hear it from different sides of the courtyard, but it sounds like it's coming from the direction of the eating hall. Yeah, the communal hall where everybody would eat. One of the storerooms, something like that.
I mean, any noise I think would be alarming to me.
Yes.
So I'm definitely going there in haste and stopping what I'm doing. How many buildings did I get to see different glyphs on?
Like one or two, but so far everything you're seeing has some marking on it.
Okay. Yeah, so then I, in stride, will make my way to the eating area.
Okay.
Or the wherever the noise came from. I don't necessarily know if it was
Yes,
that area.
they're in that direction. You can't pinpoint it exactly, but Ramus, Berg, and Yotazo, what do you want to do?
I thought I would eat my chicken that I got here. Does Berg find any chicken in game?
Berg just has a sandwich. He just picks up off camera and just starts eating. Like, where'd you fucking get that sandwich? You're like, I don't know. I got it from I got that from the Wendy's over there. Did you not see that on the monastery map? Yeah.
So we don't have to roll or anything. You're saying we all hear this?
You all hear it. Yeah. Because remember, it's super quiet. So you just hear this clattering. I mean, you jump a little, but you hear a clattering sound off in that direction. For you three, it's north of here, and then for Maher-Eeb, it's southwest. But yeah.
Okay. Well, then I immediately set my bin down or whatever I've got to collect food, and I look at everybody and I just kind of nod that way, and I start kind of jogging, briskly going, not a flat out sprint, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So the four of you kind of reunite outside of one of these storage areas. You're not sure its original purpose. It's just a monastery building, stone walls. There's a couple of little outbuildings, thatched or tiled roof. But as you approach, you see a strange thing. So the ceiling of the main part of this building is broken and missing. It's all crumbled in, and inside you can see through where the wall used to be. You can see that there is a glow, and it's almost like if you were looking at, I don't know, I feel like none of these characters really grew up around water. But if you're underwater, if you're swimming and you look up at a light source like the sun, there's that kind of shimmering light. It's that quality, and it's coming from the inside of the building. You also see the shadows of two creatures. It's hard to say. They're low to the ground. They're kind of thick. And there's a snuffling and a grunting sound coming from this thing. You can only really see them because the strange light is shining on them, and they seem to be digging around inside the building. You can hear them.
How far away are they?
I'm going to try and smell and see if do they smell like ash, like every fucking thing else, or do they actually smell like alive things?
Let me hold on a second. I gotta answer JP's question. I think you spot them, let's say you're 60 feet out before you notice them.
Okay.
Because they're in shadow. So
do I notice the party before I notice them? Because I'm probably coming at a different angle than these people into this area. Okay.
Yeah. And then make a perception check, Yota.
Okay. With advantage for smell?
Yeah. You can smell
Okay,
like a
20
faint, like a waxy smell coming from them, like tallow or lard.
And I put up my hand, like, stop. Hopefully everybody like kind of understands what that means. Like, and I call both like Berg and Ramus over. And do I see Maher-Eeb?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And I call him over. Can he get like a circumnavigate, like, to not get any closer to this thing?
I mean, if he wants to, do you want to try, Maher-Eeb?
Yeah, that's up to you. I'm just calling you over.
Yeah, you see them from across, like you've got a little bit of like kind of cover, and you see them across the way. You're standing next to like a shed, and they you're about 50 feet away from the things that you saw, and then another like 100 feet from your friends. You form kind of a triangle.
Okay.
Can you kind of place us on this to tell us, like, to show us like what you're talking about, Adam?
Yes. Yeah. So like if you guys, let's move you all over here. Maher-Eeb would be like here, and you're all kind of over here, and then this would be where the things are, and they're like in a building, and then Maher-Eeb is standing next to some cover, so you can see him, and he can kind of see shadows moving around in this building, and then you can see the shadows, but you can't, like, the roof overhangs enough that you can't make out like exactly details of what these things are.
From what we can tell, like from where we're at over on the left, there's some sort of creature-looking things. They don't look like humanoid in shape.
No, they're like the size of like big. And again, I don't know if any of these characters ever spent time on like a hog farm, but they're like big sows. Like, they're tube-shaped, and they're mostly like fat, and they've got some kind of like blubbery quality to them. You can't see their legs. They're low to the ground, and they're like snuffling around inside this building.
So, what you're saying is that they're potentially good eats.
Maybe you're gonna take a closer look at them if we make
Get me
that
some
decision.
Shadow Realm meats. Mm-hmm.
I whisper to Ramus and Berg. They strangely smell like a candle maker, like that tallow, that the substance that candles are made from. It smells like that. I have no idea.
Adam, does the light look like it's just in the building, or like they're generating it? Like it's near them?
Yeah. The light is illuminating them occasionally. It doesn't seem to be coming from them.
What is that weird light?
One of them lifts its head up. So what part of the end of this tube of shadowy meat, you can't make out the details, lifts up, and from the front of it you see that there is like a nest of maybe like a dozen or more tiny, like wet looking, like glistening tendrils that kind of come out from its face, and they seem to be like tasting the air, and the thing is like sweeping its head back and forth.
I think they sense us.
I'm gonna go like in an arc, like this.
Here, why don't we just do this?
If you want to move me over to that, yeah.
Let's just do this.
That's good.
Oh, goody.
Me and
It's
Berg
almost
should
as
be
if this
swapped.
was an encounter we were intended to go to.
Can you swap me and Berg?
I mean, I'm getting pretty fast. Yeah, Berg's over in the wrong place, but yes. Berg, there you go. So yeah, this is what you see. It's like burned out building, this strange green like light coming from inside the building, and then these two like strange looking waxy worm creatures. And since they did indeed spot you, or smelled you rather, let's roll initiative, because they're going to come and investigate aggressively.
Did they smell all of us, or just the group, or just me, or do we have no idea?
They smelled something. They're gonna come take a closer look.
Okay, understood. Well,
Rates back on the
they
menu.
beat everyone so far. Maybe not Yoda, or no, maybe not Berg. We'll see.
We're going to eat these things, okay, guys?
Max, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, did you roll initiative, buddy?
Come on, buddy.
Can't prompt you for everything.
one buddy. Okay, two buddies, maybe.
Was it chicken or was it turkey? Are you like tryptophan? Like, are you going like going
He's
snoozy
still
on me?
hungover from last week. That's his excuse.
I am not hungover. It was not turkey. It is chicken. Everyone makes
Hey, he
mistakes.
did roll
Y'all
well.
fuck up. I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I get to roll twice, right?
It does it automatically. It's built into your
I
initiative.
hate that. I kind of hate that because when it's bad, I'm like,
just
well,
not
at least I get to roll
satisfying for
twice.
you.
Nope.
No. All right. So, yeah, you rolled a 16 and a 1. Okay, so Berg, you notice these things. They like one of them lifts up and it turns, and the other one notices the other one noticing something, and they both kind of start scanning the area and having their little tendrils like licking at the air.
Yeah, then Berg would say,
It appears we have been spotted.
and raises his like, hammer. How far away are they? Let's see. Well, 40. Yeah, I guess I'll go into a rage.
Mm-hmm.
And move up 40 feet there and ready in action, I suppose.
What would you like your? Yeah, so your action is to attack one of these. You want to attack one of these worms when they get close to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and move on up there. So Berg seems like consigned to fight. Berg is like, these things are monsters. I'm gonna run up and wave my hammer around.
I mean, that's just how these things go. Unless someone says, no, don't do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the creature's turn after this? So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, so as
right,
you come
now
running
useless.
forward, you see them react in the way that any animal who's like food source or hive or nest or whatever is threatened, right? So you come running forward like raw, snarling, and they rear up to try to make themselves bigger, and then like attack you. They lunge at you to try to attack. So you can take a swing.
Now they're gonna be good guys.
My nest.
I'm describing
they
them
were like-
neutrally.
They're wet and they smell you on the wind.
Yes, all
now
of those things are still true. So you rush forward, hammer held aloft, and they move towards you. So you can do your action. So you can take a swing at this one.
I'm gonna murder these parents. I'm dedicated.
At least it's not at least it's not a 6-year-old.
It's true. That'd be a new Netflix special.
Okay, all right. So you hit for 12. Roll that radiant damage.
6, 5.
Okay. All right. So you come running up. Your first swing, you swing out. Now these things are like they're like enormous like caterpillar like maggots. They're basically like if you took a thin like rubbery grayish garbage bag and filled it with wet meat and then put some legs along the bottom of it. So they're squirming and like you swing the hammer out and there's like this wet thunk. And you tear into the side of it as you yank the hammer free, and like this sickly sweet smelling like garbage water like gushes out of it, and the thing howls in pain and anger.
All right, we're not gonna
take
eat
another
these
swing?
guys. Apparently they're gross. Yeah, that's not gonna hit, or maybe it will.
No, that is not a hit. Yeah, the thing like rears back and you whiff at the empty air with your second swing. So now they get to go and they lash out with their
See how fucked
tendrils.
up I get.
Here we go.
Okay, so first attack, one of them attacks with
Pretty decent
tentacles
AC right now. No good.
and misses in 11.
We know they do poison.
So it attacks to get one tentacle attack and one bite. So this thing lunges forward, and in the mess of tentacles, there is like a sharp, like a beak, kind of like a squid. So the tentacles like snap around you, and you throw them off. The beak snaps in front of you, probably gets your armor, but doesn't hit you. The other one lashes out with tentacles. This one gets you for 5 poison damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Sure can. Ah, fuck.
Oh boy. Okay, so you're poisoned for a minute and paralyzed.
Fantastic.
Unless you'd like to use your once per rage reroll.
Yeah. I'm also checking real quick to see if there's anything that like resists. I don't have anything that resists against poison. I was thinking maybe paralyzed, but I don't know. So
Yeah, you can reroll it if you want.
yeah, we'll reroll that.
You still take the 5 damage, but
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Reroll. Oop. That's better.
okay. All right. So you're able to resist. That's it. You've used your 1 for this one. Cool. Okay. All right. So this one gets a bite too. So it gets one more bite on you. So it's
fantastic.
Bite. Snaps that beak at you. Gets you for 7, which you cut. This one you cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one in
It's always up though, right? So it's
half. Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Yota, what are you gonna do?
Can I do nature check or something like that to see what these things are? If I know what they are or not.
Okay. That can be your action if you want.
Oh shit! It's an
So you get
action
your-
to do that.
Yeah, you get your move and your bonus action, but
Okay. Well. Shit.
I'll round it down. Why did I say
Yes.
round it up? All right, so it's 3.
it's always round down.
Okay, I can get up there.
You gotta measure from yourself, but yeah.
Oh, what am I? Oh, I thought I had.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you weren't trying to put yourself in the wrong place. But yeah,
Get in,
okay.
Get in
Okay.
there and smack these garbage bags.
Yep, I can get thereabouts. So yeah, I'm not gonna. If Berg is already in there, I'm gonna jump in and help my friend because normally I would have been a little bit more cautious, but he's already getting snapped on and shit.
Lies.
So
all of you are
let's
liars.
let's not do that. So yeah, I come in, I kind of like snuffle a little bit in frustration, just like I have no idea what these things are. Just I just fucking book it over there and come in with a big old flying wine jug filled with honey. 10 is a miss.
10 is a miss. Yeah, you hit its rubbery hide and bounce off.
Okay. Gonna give the second attack here.
Okay.
23. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Give him the damage of 12.
Okay.
And let's see. So my bonus action will be I got 3 key left. I haven't did not done a fucking rest or anything. So yeah, we'll flurry. We'll give him a flurry.
Okay.
All right. 18 or 11 points of damage.
Yep.
And 27 for 7 more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do the drunken technique where I
Disengage and move 10
yeah,
feet.
disengage and get 10 feet back
Right.
that way.
All right.
Just to make sure there's nothing coming around the fucking corner of the buildings or anything.
Maher-Eeb.
I can't really. Ow, that's a cat. Sorry, that just pulled my fucking headphones out. It's great. Love when cats do that cool feature. Just spontaneously jump.
Surprise
out your
attack.
mouth, pull your headphone cable and hit your mic. Anyways, I can't get to. Yeah. Guess I could double action.
We're gonna have them weak and wounded, and then Adam's gonna RP as them. You're like,
Why have you attacked us?
Yeah,
We were only protecting our babies.
I guess we
Their
won't show
babies
you
are-
the way out.
But here's the thing, Berg, is their babies are also garbage worms, so fuck them. It's not like they're going to be any better.
to clean up the trash.
Weirdly, the garbage worms give birth to beautiful human children. No, that's not how.
That makes sense. I'm gonna move 30 feet much as I can in one round, and I will hold action. So if I get attacked, I will attack that creature. If anything attacks me, that's my action this turn.
All right, Ramus.
I will try to toll the dead on the one they've been beaten on.
Okay, make a religion check.
Nope. I will do nothing then.
I have a very
you can do something.
accurate
You can do something else instead. You just can't cast a spell this turn. It doesn't take your action to do the religion check.
All right, then I will try to do a Arcana check on the light to see what that is. If I can figure out what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a 7.
You have no idea. Strange light.
What's wrong?
Strange light is emerging from nothing. Like the room is lit, but you can make out no clear source. There's just a greenish like light being thrown across the walls and on these creatures. That's right. It's Arcana. It's not wisdom. Okay, so Berg, before your turn, a couple of things happen.
Their eyes go anime, cutesy, and big.
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
I keep imagining too what they smell like, just the worst sort of garbage juice you've ever smelled. That's kind of what I'm imagining right now.
It's like when it rains outside on garbage day, but then
Up and then you're yeah.
Okay, I need the three of you who are not Ramus to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, this should go well.
Yeah, all three of you need to do that.
That's fail, success, thank God.
Success.
Okay, so if you succeeded, you only take half this damage.
Sick.
So
They're
from
gonna wet
behind,
garbage fart.
no, this is something different. There is a terrible shrieking sound as the shadow behind this thing. It almost like crawls up out of the shadow of this worm and just like screams. And the three of you like clap your hands over your ears, and you feel this like wave of terror like wash over you. So let me see here. 2d8 plus 3 on a successful save. It's half as much damage. Okay, so just a little bit of damage. So 7 if you fail to save. So 7 to Berg and 3 to the others. And then Berg, you are stunned until the end of your next turn.
Is that
shrieking?
Raging has no effect on that too? It's just
You're not
fear?
berserker anymore. It's not fear.
Damn it.
It's stun. So you're not afraid. You're just startled, and the thing's like shrieking, like from this shadow. And when you look at it, you can see it's vaguely human shaped, but much less solid than the things that Maher-Eeb you saw before. This seems almost like a cloud from which human faces and hands are emerging and sinking back in. So then, before your turn, Berg, the creature up on the roof jumps down.
Is he a fiddler?
No, he's not a fiddler. He looks like that.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Nice.
vaguely human shaped. It's got like arms and legs. It's got a face, but its
fiddle.
mouth is this enormous void, and it leaps down, and you can see wisps of that greenish light, kind of like hanging like drool from its teeth, and it jumps down next to Yoda, and it is going to make 2 attacks. It makes a bite attack as it jumps down.
Funny enough, that's enough to kill Yoda.
I got an 18.
hit.
So Yoda, you take 8 piercing and 17 necrotic.
He's down.
25? Yeah,
Down?
I'm down.
Okay. And then it makes a claw attack against you now that you're down. And it has advantage, so your armor protects you, so it doesn't hit you. It's got
Thank
advantage,
God.
but you're okay. So you're
Now
you're
hold
down.
on. My armor is my wisdom and dex. So does that like
Your armor, it doesn't being unconscious again. This is how 5e does this sometimes. It just gives him advantage.
Okay.
You're unconscious. It can't get any better at hitting you. So he jumps down and basically he swipes at you with the claw, bites you, and then you fall. And he starts like trying to shove Yota into its mouth. So its mouth is like getting like, and he's like jamming your head. And he looks over at you, Maher-Eeb, and he's got like Yota's tusks and trunk sticking out of the bottom of its mouth, and he's just like trying to jam Yota's into his
And
mouth.
what I'm saying is, all these guys probably would have been really nice to us if we just talked to them.
Yeah, this is your fault, Max. We could have had a conversation with these guys.
They seem
here
like
we
nice
are.
Let
The
me
goddamn
Seem
fiddler
like-
on his
they
roof
seem
and
like-
the fiddle boy is just fucking us.
These guys were just hanging out, having a nice Sunday afternoon, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, Jim! Holy shit! Let me come down.
So, Berg, it's your turn. You are stunned, so you can't do anything. You're lucky that it went before you because the stun only lasts till the end of your turn. So you just lose this turn, and then you're good to go.
Okay. So
The worms continue to flail at you, Berg, with their wormy tentacles. So let's see here. Tentacle attack against Berg. Miss. A bite, which is also a miss. Tentacle. And a bite.
just gonna keep doing it because it's working.
Okay, so you take 5 from that last hit, right? You take 10,
Right.
and cut in half. And they're just like lashing at you with the tentacles and their beaks scratching against your armor. One of them punctures it. Yota, make a death save, please.
Okay.
Just stand back up.
Oh man, this got real scary real quick.
Okay,
That's
this
a
one
fail. That's one fail.
Maher-Eeb.
I don't
It's
want
your
any
turn.
blames if anyone dies.
That guy did a lot of damage. And we haven't rested, right?
No.
You've not.
What's bullshit though is it always goes this way. There's always just like these two little garbage bag worms, and then it's like all of a sudden.
Yeah, if you
oh,
ever
you've
get
awakened
into an
this
encounter,
crazy beast.
if you ever get into an encounter and I say you see one kobold standing in the middle
know
of
that there's
an
gonna be
open
some other
plain,
stuff.
he has no weapons, he has no armor, and he's standing there with a big sign over his head that says "I have 1 hit point." You know what
You
not
know
to
that
do.
there's gonna be other ones. I mean, I know there's gonna be other stuff, but I didn't realize we were gonna have like this cavalcade of just fucking crazy Dark Souls shit.
You remember that Far Side cartoon that said how nature says do not touch? Like,
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Maher-Eeb, this
Yeah.
thing is trying to eat. Yeah, he's trying to eat Yota. He's just like cramming him into his mouth.
Yeah, I moved my 5
he
feet
looks
to
like
the left.
Slimer, dude. Like,
He does. Well, I mean, he looks like a fiddler on the roof.
He's
to be
got
honest.
he's got arms and legs, right? He's like, this is the thing. So his body, you can't see it in the token. He's got this grayish skin. He looks like a human who all his hair is fallen out and his eyelids have been like removed. But he's like emaciated, but he's got that kind of like starvation belly going on where he's like kind of round in the middle, long grasping limbs, and yeah, this just like distended jaw that's currently trying to.
Oh, guys, he's hungry. Let him eat you, Yoda.
So Maher-Eeb,
Yep. Move 5 feet to the left. I will do my 3 attacks on
take up, swing. And
this creature first. And all 3 of these attacks will be with the minus 5 to roll or to hit, but plus 10 damage if they succeed.
Okay.
20 minus 5 is 15. Does that hit?
15 is a miss.
Okay, I will use the superiority dice to precision attack then and add the d10 to that roll. Hopefully it hits 19.
A 19 is a hit, yes.
Okay. So this is 29 damage from that hit.
Okay.
It's nice. It's good.
19. So 29, you said?
Yep, 29
Okay.
total on that attack.
All right.
Second attack, minus 5 again. So I will once again use the superiority dice. Let me mark that off.
Okay.
Wow, pressing up does not work well there. D10. 18.
That is a hit. Yep.
Okay, good to know. 27 damage, and then still up.
Oh, yeah.
Third attack, minus 5, 13. Once again, use another superiority dice.
How are we doing on superior dice and key points?
I have 1 left.
Okay.
So I would
9.
assume that's a hit.
Yes, definitely.
25 damage.
For another 25. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you just like lay into him with Bahath, just like slashing at its flesh, tearing into it, and it's just like yowling at you through the elephant hanging from its mouth. These wisps of green light kind of drifting around it, and it's like putting its arms up to try to block, and you're just chopping into its arms.
How's it looking?
Yeah.
Anything else this turn?
Yeah, I break his fiddle, Adam.
Okay, good. He looks at it and he cries. Ramus, it is your turn.
All right. I assume I can cast a spell this turn.
You can certainly try. Yeah, 17's well enough. Yep.
Okay. I will.
Destroy them. Do it.
I will cast Mass Healing Word, which is a bonus action on everyone. So everyone heals for 7, including Yota.
All right, Dan.
Cool.
And then my action will be.
So when you cast Healing Word, right, you like send out the healing energy. Yota, you fall from this thing's mouth as you become conscious. You're prone, and it goes into like a weird frenzy. It starts like taking like deep gulping breaths, and you see like it goes into kind of like a manic state. Snarling and its tongue lashing around in the air and like banging on the wall and like screeching. Your healing of your friends did something to it.
Yeah. Nice.
Right.
Are you talking about the big worms or the one dude?
Nah, this guy, this little dude here.
Okay.
The others didn't respond that way. It's just that guy.
No.
And that was a bonus action spell. So for my action, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity. They all have to make a DC 18 con save or take 28
Whoa.
radiant.
Fucking burn them.
26.
Get these goddamn trash bags.
All right, so con save 1 crawler,
Son of a bitch.
2 crawlers,
Okay, come on.
and
You're gonna crit?
the ghost thing. Let's see.
I'm going to take half on succeed.
That's a fail.
Okay, that one fails, and then the hungry.
Fail.
Okay, all right. So the crawlers both take 13. One of which dies.
Nice.
So it just burns away and dies.
It
And then
becomes
this one's
several
like you
little
did that
tiny
last
trash bags.
no.
Okay, good.
Or it's like, ha, I did it. Me.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So yeah, this radiance like bursts out from you, and I think what's the radius on it?
30 feet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So not quite. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So let me roll to see if the screeching recharges. It does not. So this thing has to move.
Is it only on a 6? Do we get to know that?
Yeah. So this one's only on a 6.
Thank Christ. I saw a 5 and it's like, well, Berg's stunned again.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was rather.
Yeah. Okay. And its other ability doesn't work. So okay, it can fly 40 feet. So it's gonna.
It can fly?
You say fly?
What?
I mean, it's a cloud of shadow that occasionally has human features.
Okay.
It passes incorporeally through this guy. It goes right through him, just and floats towards Ramus, and then makes an attack.
It'll have disadvantage. It'll get.
Okay, all right. So you hold your hand out and you zap it with the ability, and it recoils. The face like falls back into the cloud, and it kind of like swirls away, and is continuing to waft around you. Meanwhile, the now frantic hungry
Hit Yoda again.
is going. It's going to. I think this time it turns, and it's going to attack Maher-Eeb with its first attack.
Bitch.
So until the end of its turn.
That's
Okay,
what
great.
you
All
want,
right.
though.
It gets two. It
I
gets
mean,
two
right?
attacks.
Yeah. Let me tank for the party. That's what I want.
Yeah,
It
do your
swings
job,
out.
fucker.
It swings out with a claw. It has advantage.
That does hit.
So it hits you. Yep. So first of all, you're going to take 20 slashing damage.
Ooh, okay.
Then you take another 18 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So it turns, snarling at you for like hitting it, jumps on you and digs its claws into you. You need to make a. Oh no, you are grappled. You have to use your action to break free. So it jumps on you and pulls you towards it. Okay. So let me see. I think grapple just means you can't move.
Yeah, I can't run away from this thing or something like that.
Speed becomes 0. Yeah. And
right.
and then so it doesn't have advantage on its next attack, and it bites you. So advantage on this attack as well.
You said it didn't have advantage on this next attack.
No, it does. It has advantage for its whole turn.
Oh, okay.
Why come?
That's a hit if it's advantage, yeah.
Yeah. So you take 15. Oh, that's right. They're restrained and grappled. Okay. So you take another 15 damage plus another 22 necrotic.
All right. Well, that thing just did 22.
Holy fucking hell, man.
40,
Damn.
55, did 75 damage.
Okay. And you're grappled and restrained, and while you're restrained, attack rolls against it, you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saves. Okay. It already had advantage against you anyway, so it makes no difference. Then it's
disadvantage sucks, but yeah.
Its frenzy ends at the end of its turn. Berg, it is your turn. You're not stunned anymore by the weird ghost. One of the garbage bag worms is dead.
Okay. So to whisper to my hammer and make it lit, that's a bonus action, or is that a full action?
Yes, it's a bonus action to ignite your hammer.
Okay, so here's the thing, bonus action wise, I can either light up the sword, or I can give you guys all my zealous presence, which might be helpful to take down a guy who's dumping a bunch of damage and help everyone, you know? So it's like help my own scenario
light
right
up the
now.
stage and wax the chump like a candle.
It would cancel out Maher-Eeb's disadvantage, which would help for him.
That
killing
is
it.
true.
But I'm not doing radiant damage, but that's not a huge deal right now, dealing with, I think, the garbage bag worm guys. They're not super. I think I can delay it another round before. So I think the best call is probably Zealous Presence.
I would agree.
So you hear a screech from Berg. Not a screech. It's not. You know, it sounds cooler than that.
It's a roar. It's a roar of zealous fury, right? Like, yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Little worms are like the weakest thing here.
Yeah. So everybody has within 60 feet. All of us have attack rolls, advantage, and saving throws. That's nice.
There you go. Okay.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
And unlike Ramus's power, which is exists in heaven and is drawn down to Ramus through prayer, while divine in origin, your zealous nature is internal. You believe in the power source within you and it being instilled in you by the gods. So you're not asking heaven for power. The power comes from you, so you don't have to make a religion check for that ability.
Okay, so that happens, and then I will attack garbage bag numero dos.
Okay, do it. You get 2 attacks. It's a hit. So roll that necrotic or the radiant damage. Excellent. Okay, it's first hit. So hammer swings out, crashes into the thing. Another fine swipe for 6, and for 9. Awesome. All right, the thing is very badly wounded. Not dead, but very badly wounded. Anything else, Berg?
Break his fiddle.
Section attack. You can really only move.
Fiddle. Yeah, no, I break its fiddle too, if it has one.
Have you even seen Fiddler on the Roof?
Me? Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
Yes.
I watch the Oscars every year. Of course, I've seen Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, fair. That's true.
I actually saw a live performance of Fiddler on the Roof at a.
There you go. Everybody's a fucking Fiddler expert.
It's been a while.
Congratulations.
It's been a while since I've seen it. A lot of accents.
Well,
you know.
tune into the next Court of Swords episode where they're gonna have to fight Yentl. Tune in for that. So the crawler tries to tentacle Berg. It gets a 21. So you take 5 damage, Berg, from the tentacles. Can you make a poison saving throw, please?
Don't.
Is the 5 damage poison, or is it?
It is 5 poison damage. Yep. Yeah, there's no physical. They're like jellyfish tentacles. It's not like
so
they're
5
whipping you. They
damage.
just touch your skin and they hurt. Yeah, 5 poison damage and then a DC 13 con save. Oh, buddy, you're stunned.
Advantage.
So paralyzed.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just a couple of bad
I do
rolls.
have advantage on it, so it's not that 6. It's a 10.
That's true. It's not 6. Okay. All right.
that
So
to
you're
be known.
poisoned. You're poisoned for a minute, and until it ends, you are also paralyzed. So yeah, you can't move. Advantage against you, and that means that second bite is with advantage. Chomp. But it misses anyway.
Too
So
bad
it's
it
your armor.
sucks.
Too bad it sucks. All right, Yotazo, you are prone but alive.
Stun this bitch.
Okay. It takes half a movement to get up. Is that right? Like half my movement speed?
It takes half of your movement to stand. Yep.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll stand up. I could like do like a leap to my feet or whatever, but that takes a key and I don't have one. So I'm just gonna fucking get up, all lumbery and fucking what? I feel so funky. I just got eaten this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then I see it standing right in front of me, so I'm just gonna fucking bash it in the fucking back of the melon with an 18 because of advantage.
Yes. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yep, you hit.
Cool. 10.
Got it.
And let's see. Let's put him down on the ground if we can. Let's spend a key and try and stun him.
How many?
Okay.
Is this the final key?
No, I have one after this.
Okay.
What's the
Let's
save?
see here. Oh, hold on 1 second. Stunning strike. There you are. It's 15. My DC is 15.
DC 15. Okay.
Yep.
Hey!
Nice.
Okay.
Honey pot.
So what happens to the grapple? Am
Brain
I
him
no longer
down.
grappled?
Yeah, it'll let you go.
Fucking that's right.
Nice.
Good. And then I look to Maher-Eeb, and I like, you got this. Kill him. And then I jet over to Ramus. If I can make it. I believe I can. Yeah, I can. I jet over to the one on Ramus, and I'm going to like try and do the same fucking thing. I got one more attack. I'm gonna fucking bash him in the fucking skull with my wine jug. 16.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And man, does it look like I can get purchase and stun this thing?
It's a cloud.
I'm gonna gamble it. I'm gonna gamble my last key point. I am at 0 key. I'm gonna try and stun him. Magic, because my fists are magic. My jug is magic. I feel the power.
Okay.
Does he have to make a con save
Feel
or
the
not?
power of Jug.
Oh, let me get the damage for. Sorry.
God damn it.
Thank you, Max. That was great. That was very good. That was actually really funny. You're the best. So
Power of Jug. Oh shit. Okay.
So it is stunned. Let me. This is funny. Let me read you something. Condition immunities: charmed, exhausted, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, and restrained.
Nice.
yeah.
Power of Jug.
Power of karate.
That's the
Protecting
power
your
of Jug.
body.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So I did
that's it.
that, and then I have a bonus action which I can use not for flurry of blows or anything to spend a key, but I can do an unarmed strike, just straight up.
Yes. Yeah. Just like and this is at advantage because it's done now.
Right. 25. 5 fist point.
Bam. All right. Cool. You punch it. It's punched.
Okay.
Great. Maher-Eeb, it is your turn. The thing in front of you is reeling. It's been jugged to the head. It has one arm scrabbling at the wall, trying to keep it standing, and it's like shaking its head, its tongue hanging limp from its mouth.
Nice. All 3 of these attacks will have Great Weapon Master on them. And I have advantage thanks to Zealous Presence, rather, not Prescience.
Yep.
First attack, 20 hits for 21 damage.
Okay.
Second attack, 15, which is a miss.
15 is a miss. Yep.
We need to do damage. I'll use my last superiority dice for a D10 on the precision.
Okay.
That hits.
Yep, that's it.
For 26 damage and third and final attack. Hey, that's a 23 for 24 damage.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you just like it's staggered and you just slam it against the wall and hit it with your sword a bunch of times. Yeah, breaking bone and cutting its rubbery flesh.
I'll use second wind as a bonus action for this round. So D10 plus 12 to my HP. Fuck, 14. Still something though.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Ramus, it's your turn.
Okay, I can cast spells. I'll move right there. I'm going to first use my channel divinity again.
Okay. So the radiance
Burst.
burst.
The first one. DC 18 or take 22 radiant. Everything left.
Let me make every saving throw in the world. So here's the worm. Okay. All right. So the worm is killed, blasted by the radiance of Ramus Krill. And then the ghost, the Alip, is gonna roll con save. Con's not a good saver, this dude. Okay. Also killed. Blows away. And then the hungry will make a con save.
Come on, get the triple dip.
No,
Get it.
Got it.
Get it.
Got
Now,
a 23.
Does the stun last till the end of his turn or the start of his turn?
It lasts until the end of Yotazo's turn.
So he's
End
still
of
stunned
Yotazo's next
through
turn.
this attack.
He'll be stunned. Yeah, we're gonna skip. It'll skip his turn.
Oh, thank Christ, because I would have died.
Nice.
Well, that's why I walked away, dude. That's why I was okay walking away and letting you finish it.
Yeah.
So the hungry will take
All right.
11.
Yeah, I got it.
And then this time the portal was in the radius. Does that affect it at all?
Oh yeah, it was. That's right. So as the radiant light like ripples out, it disturbs the light. So it flickers, and I think it responds. So it pulses with this burst of energy, and we'll do same. Yeah, that's everybody. Okay, everybody needs to make a DC 18 Constitution save.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, second verse same as the first.
Advantage from Berg still or not?
Yes, yeah, you have advantage from Berg.
Okay.
Even when I roll good, it's not good enough.
DC 18, that's what you said?
Cool. I'll get sucked into the
Yes,
portal.
yeah, DC 18. If you succeeded, or if you failed, you take 22 radiant damage. If you succeed, you take 11.
But that's like my shit, so it should
on,
feel
it
like a
wouldn't matter.
bath.
No.
Of just wonderful.
No.
Nope. Shut up. Just shut up.
Sure doesn't.
All right. I go
Yeah, it
down and
doesn't
come
feel
back to
good.
1. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, and then
So that means
did anyone go down?
Now,
I did, but I came back.
he did. But point of order.
no, I think Yota is down.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Yota.
Okay.
Heal for 8. You're back up.
Also, Max, I'm
Nice.
going to rules lawyer here, but it's against you. You fell in the fight prior to this, right? So you've already
So
used
he
your
has
racial?
multiple. Yeah,
I know he has
so
multiple,
his
but one of them he has
the
to-
racial one is down. Yeah, you got to roll. So this time
Yeah, okay.
isn't the.
It's not the
Yeah,
hard
this time
roll.
isn't the. This isn't the freebie from being an orc. This is your other
Yeah.
one.
What do I have to roll?
So it's like a DC 10, I think, is your first one, and then it
Let me
gets
look.
plus by 5 each one.
Because we haven't used this ability yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in. I'll put it in there. Relentless Rage, so everyone can see it.
Yep, DC 10.
it is.
Yep. And then it adds 5 each time you fall.
Great. All right. Yeah, make a DC 10 con save. There, Berg.
You've been so great with con saves, but I should have advantage on this. Yeah.
No, you don't. You give everybody else advantage, not yourself.
Zealous presence, man. It's
Yes,
there.
but not for you. You can't inspire yourself.
Yeah, man. That'd be cool though.
It would be cool.
Oh, failed.
Oh, nope. Okay, so
Good.
Bert goes
I'm down.
Okay, so you're poisoned, paralyzed, paralyzed, prone, and dying. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
That's the Berg autobiography.
So what I like about this, so Ramus, now you have something you're going to cast healing word, right?
On
Yeah, I cast it on Yota.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Does this all happens at the same time? So you can actually choose Berg or Yoda.
It happens after Bert goes down. Yeah. So you can then choose what you want to do.
Okay, then I would then get Berg up since
Yep.
I know
would,
he would.
do not
yeah.
blame you at all for that. Yep.
So Berg is not dying anymore. How many hit points does Berg get? 8?
8 hit points.
Okay. So Berg, you get 8 hit points. You're still paralyzed, poisoned, and prone. Get that triple P. But I will point out whether intentional or not, this was a super smart move on Dan's part, because the Hungry freaks out whenever anybody gets healed, right? And its ability lasts until the end of its next turn. But because it's stunned, it's going to lose its next turn, so it doesn't get to take advantage of the fact that it's like flipping out about the healing.
Yeah, I was
So
freaking out,
we
but
skip
then I
it.
remembered he was stunned. So
That's right. Yeah. So clever moves. Anything else, Ramus?
I will back away a bit, and that's it.
All right. The Hungry does not get a turn.
also, this could hurt us again. Do we still have Zill's presence when Max falls?
Yes. Yeah. It lasts till the end of Berg's turn.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a turn thing.
You remember his words long after he is gone.
That's true.
So Berg, you are lying on the ground. You're paralyzed. You're poisoned, but you're alive.
Okay.
So,
Blink a couple times.
oh, you're not raging anymore. So, you have locked-in syndrome. Let me see. The paralysis means that you can. I think you're incapacitated. Yeah. So you can't do anything but wait for it to stop.
Yeah, I'm just blinking
So
curiously.
you get another
Show how-
saving throw at the end of this turn. Yeah, can't take actions. So make another Constitution save at the end of this turn. Okay, there you go. All right, so you are no longer poisoned or paralyzed, but your turn is over.
Okay.
The carrion crawlers are dead. Yotazo, it is your turn.
Yeah, save.
Yeah,
Oh,
make
that's
that
right.
death
You're
save.
done. Success.
One success.
Good job. Good job.
All right. Cool. The stun goes away. Maher-Eeb, it is your turn.
I don't have advantage anymore. I have no superiority dice. So use that. I'm just seeing if
You
I
have advantage because he's stunned, right?
No, it goes away because it's the end of his next turn,
Oh, it was my turn. Yeah, I just rolled my.
or at
save,
the end
yeah.
of your turn. Yeah.
Yes, that was your turn. It ended. Yep.
Yep. These are just normal swings then. No Great Weapon Master because I need to. He needs the
Right. Okay.
21. It's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
14 damage.
All right.
23 hit. 16
Nice.
damage. 19 hit. 13 damage.
43.
You kill it.
Thank
Yeah.
Christ.
So it's like pinned against the wall, and you're just like hacking at it until eventually your sword hits the brick of the wall behind it, and the thing like slides apart, chopped to pieces, and falls on the ground.
Great. Let's take a break.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we're too
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah.
Everybody just sitting there bloody and smelling of garbage, breathing heavy. One guy's on the ground.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep. All right. We will take our break and deal with this shit show. We're still alive, though, and the fight's over, so it's not really a shit show. Just smells like one. Right after we come back after this break. So don't go where. We'll be right back with more Court of Swords right after this. We'll see you guys then.
that's the power of Jug.
Thank you. It is Power of Jug.